When Oasis reunite on July 4th, 2025, this is the set list I want them to play. It's more than just the hits. It's a journey through their history, their fights, and everything in between. It may not be what they will play. To be clear, this isn't a prediction, but it's what I hope they play. The opening instrumental from Standing on the Shoulder of Giants plays from tape as the guys walk out on stage. But there's a twist. The band arrives, Bonehead, Gem, Andy, Christian, and Joey, everyone but the Gallagher brothers. They all pick up their instruments. Then the lights go black, the crowd waits, and then the spotlight hits. Noel's classic Union Jack Epiphone is hit by the light as he begins the opening riff. When Liam's voice cuts in with the first verse, the spotlight shifts to him. Finally, the full band is illuminated together when Noel starts the chorus. This B-side turned top-tier anthem is thought by some Oasis fans to represent a previous Oasis reunion, where Noel returned to the band after temporarily quitting. Acquiesce remains one of the only Oasis songs where both brothers are featured on lead vocals, the perfect duet to once again symbolize their reunion. We're straight into the hits from their first album, Definitely Maybe. This isn't just a song, it's the band's DNA. That raw, distorted sound, those sneering vocals, one of the best live openers in their heyday, so it belongs near the top of this set list. And it keeps the adrenaline building. Tonight, the world's greatest rock and roll stars are officially back. Another fan fave, Hello, also would fit well in this spot. But, you know, Gary Glitter and all. The grit keeps coming with another classic. That T-Rex riff, those working class lyrics, it's Oasis at their most unapologetic. A true fan favorite that couldn't be overlooked. It's at this point the audience knows they're in for a night of pure nostalgia greatness. Now, on this one, it feels a little bit like I cheated, as leaked audio of the band rehearsing this song surfaced on social media in the spring. So it's pretty obvious that they will play it. However, I gave it the nod over Fade Away, its B-side cousin, which was also leaked from rehearsals. So it looks like the real show will have at least one song that didn't make my show. Now we bring in a full-on stadium rocker. This song isn't just loud, it's massive. From their less appreciated Don't Believe the Truth era, this song brought them back to radio relevance. Big chorus, big crowd reaction. It quite simply has to be in. With so many must-includes off their first two albums, Don't Believe the Truth is only going to feature once in the set list. And that means the importance of being idle is left out. A controversial omission, I know. But Lyla gets the nod due to the fact that whenever I hear its chorus, I can't help but throw my hands in the air. Here, in Principality Stadium, 80,000 do the same. At some point, the audience needs a bit of a breather. Some might say it does this, a little, with its reflective, hopeful lyrics. The band's first #1 single in the UK, and an all-time personal favorite of mine, somehow ended up ranking as just the 4th or even 5th most popular track from their second album, What's the Story, Morning Glory, which shows you just how good that album was. If Sunshine follows Thunder, then in this set list, Lightning follows Some Might Say. The only cut from their final album, Dig Out Your Soul, it earns its spot on this set list with thunderous drums and electric energy. Like Lyla, this is another song that explodes live. To be honest, I would be surprised if this song makes the cut in the end, but I hope it does. The wall of noise continues immediately with this middle finger of a tune, which is somehow optimistic. The title track from What's the Story, Morning Glory makes my list, just barely getting the nod over others like Roll With It and Round Our Way. It's the chorus that sets this one above the others. Now here's one you may not have expected, at least not this way. At this point in the show, Liam takes a break and leaves the stage. Noel comes to the front for a solo acoustic performance of the lead track from Be Here Now. Stripped down, this one hits different. The original is a wall of sound madness, helicopters and all, something Noel has admitted to wishing he hadn't done at the time of recording. Here, Noel brings it back to his bones. Lyrics about his strained relationship with his father ring out, set to the same chords as his #1 hit Wonderwall, showing that he surpassed anything his father ever achieved. One of the craziest decisions Noel ever made was giving this song away as a B-side. It's quite simply one of the best songs he's ever written. Here, Noel continues on lead vocals, while the rest of the band, still without Liam, joins in and the sound begins to grow in the stadium once more. About 30 seconds from the end, we hear distorted vocals of Liam, off stage and out of sight, sing the chorus of Octopus's Garden by the Beatles, an homage to his brother, who does the same on the recorded track. Of course, this song and Do You Know What I Mean sung prior mean that both Talk Tonight and Half the World Away will be absent from this set list. At the end of the day, this isn't a high-flying birds gig. Noel can only sing so many. Still, he continues on the mic here, at least for a short time. Step Out was meant to be an album track on What's the Story Morning Glory, but it was pulled due to a Stevie Wonder copyright complaint. After Noel leads with the first verse and chorus, Liam returns to the stage to take over the rest of the song, giving it a dramatic, crowd-lifting punch. Online video of Liam's epic, isolated lyric recording for this song have left fans wondering how it would have sounded with him as the lead. Now they get the chance to find out. It's more stadium rock with the first cut of the night from Heathen Chemistry, a seriously underrated album. The psychedelic guitar loop and Liam howling through the verses proved the band could still evolve after their 90s heyday. Another UK #1 single, this banger of a tune also tops the charts in my homeland of Canada and many other countries. It remains one of their most well-received anthems post their first 2 albums. We're back to the early days with what may be a controversial pick, seeing as this song gets the nod over other early favorites like Slide Away, Columbia, and Shaker Maker. As big as those songs were, whatever brings something bigger. A soaring orchestral feel, a message of defiance and freedom, a chorus that sounds incredible with the full crowd singing along. It's not on any studio album, but it was a turning point for Oasis, showing they could be more than guitars. We're well past the first hour now, and we're getting into the meat of the Oasis lexicon. No more personal favorites, acoustic renditions, or deep cuts. Just the best of the best from here on out. Their debut single, and still one of their coolest, simply has to be on this set list. Hard to believe it only took Noel 30 minutes to write this one in the studio, as legend has it. At this point, the crowd is having the time of their lives, and the opening riff to Supersonic sends them into a frenzy. If you believe Liam's Twitter posts, the band won't be performing any ballads during their reunion. But you have to wonder how they could skip Stand By Me. It's the perfect time in the night for a sing-along. This is the best song off Be Here Now, so it needs to be in the set list. Sadly, it does mean there's no time for other big-time ballads like Cast No Shadow and Don't Go Away. Chronically underrated in their live shows, casual fans don't know what they're missing when they forget about this mega tune. Groovy bass, trippy vocals, I think there's even a referee's whistle in it at some point. If you don't consider the walk-on track, this is the only representation from Standing on the Shoulder of Giants. Pick up the bass. This is pure emotion. It's ranked as their 4th biggest streamer on Spotify. A comforting anthem for what is now getting to be late in the show. A perfect spot to let everyone catch their breath for what comes next. As the song ends, the lights dim, Then everything goes black. No instrument sounds for a few seconds, then a few more. The crowd urges them on. Surely, this can't be the end of the show. Before the lights return, the most played chorus in campfire sing-along history rings out. The crowd goes bananas. Yeah, it's obvious, but it had to be here. It's the only way to end the main set. The lights come back up as Liam begins with, "Today is gonna be the day." But he's quickly drowned out. Everyone in the crowd sings it louder than the band, so Liam lets them take it home after the second verse. When it ends, the band put down their instruments and walk off stage. It's encore time. Noel returns for this one, which he continues to play in his High Flying Bird style, a little faster tempo than the album version. Heartfelt and humble, this late-era gem is always a crowd pleaser. And with Noel starting off the encore, it sets the anticipation for his brother's return. Whoa, what's this doing here? Both Liam and Noel have been pretty clear that their solo work will not feature on an Oasis reunion set list. But there's two reasons why Record Machine makes the encore. One, although this song was released on Noel's first solo album after Oasis split up, it was originally an Oasis demo with Noel on vocals. The song, like many of the others on his first High Flying Birds album, likely would have comprised the next Oasis album had the band stayed together, so technically this is an Oasis track. And the second reason is because fans have always wondered what some of those early High Flying Bird songs would have sounded like with Liam singing. There are bad AI versions out there, but here, live on stage, the fans get to hear it for real. Back to where it all began. We didn't think it at one point, but now it looks as if Oasis may just live forever. Defiant, timeless, this is the band's mission statement. A song penned by Noel, revealing how him and his brother see things they'll never see. On stage, they look out and see a crowd witnessing one of the best gigs of all time. And it's still not done. Seven minutes of hypnotic melody and spaced out lyrics. This one's not just a song, it's a trip. A trip back to the 90s when music was just downright better. The solo, the build-up, the big finish, while it could be a satisfying closer in any band's encore, here I think it makes the perfect penultimate moment. Cell phone lights dance around the crowd, a real-life representation of the song's namesake. The crowd thinks it's over, but there's still one more to come. Traditionally sung by Noel, but for this final number, it's a duet. Noel takes verse 1, Liam steps in for verse 2, and for the last chorus, the crowd takes it home. It's not just a send-off. It's the ultimate representation of a relationship healing, with both brothers sharing in the glory. Obviously, this song had to be there, but many will point out that most Oasis concerts end with a Beatles cover like I Am the Walrus. And heck, if they really felt like it, I guess they could just keep playing. But I'm limiting the set list to 22 live songs, as I don't want to get greedy. I've already left so many great hits off the list, so the thought of taking another off for a cover just doesn't make sense. The band take a bow and walk off as their most recent single from 2019 plays over tape. The original Oasis demo version, not the High Flying Birds cover. But what is the symbolism here? Does it mean that this Live in 25 tour is not the last for Oasis? That they won't stop? That they'll be back to tour again? To treat us to the gems that didn't make it in this round? Hits like Slide Away, She's Electric, Songbird? Deep cuts like Listen Up, I've Got the Fever and Going Nowhere? We can only hope.